If you're looking for controllers, fake guitars, and other gaming peripherals, be careful, my friends. There are a lot of cheap, crummy products out there. Let's separate the wheat from the crap in a special edition of Gadget Prime. Joining us today for a very special Gamers edition of Gadget Prime, the star of everything on our network, so we should have him on X-Play, Mr. Chris Hardwick.
Can't wait to be on top of Cops 2.0. This is very exciting to be here, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sleeping with a girl's sister that I'm dating.
You feel a little guilty putting your hands on this podium?
I do a little bit. It's round, and that feels different but awesome.
A little odd. All right, so we're here talking about the holiday gifts. First up, we've got the Mad Catz line of fighting sticks. Tell me about this.
All right, so there's an 8-button layout with additional multi-speed turbo functionality, which is cool. Genuine arcade look and feel with the Street Fighter 4 art. So if you like the Street Fighter 4 art and you're like, why isn't this on anything I own? Shut up, because now it could be. There's a 13-foot cable, and this smaller one is $79.99.
You know, when we were talking fighting sticks, they want it to be as authentic as possible. If you're going to buy a half an arcade cabinet,
right,
why not go all out, right?
I recommend buying the tournament edition, the Mad Catz fighting stick. It's a little more expensive at $149.99, but it has large and comfortable surface and authentic parts, buttons. The joystick feels a little more solid, and it's really more for the hardcore gamers who want that kind of arcade joystick action in their lives.
Now, all right, so the biggest game of the year, it's out just in time for Thanksgiving. We got a very special controller specifically for Modern Warfare 2, right?
We do, yes. This is the twin combat buttons on the fly for custom remapping. You've got your ergonomic pistol grips. 9.8-foot cable. I'm going to get to that in a second. Yeah, I know.
Cable?
I'll get to that in a second. $49.99 for that one.
Why about this control?
All right, the positive things that I can say about it is that the grips and the controls feel good in your hands. There's little groovy, rubbery stuff on the side so it doesn't slip. So your sweaty hands from playing Modern Warfare 2 all the time. There are 2 extra buttons, but they're in a weirdly uncomfortable spot. You kind of have to crank your index fingers underneath, and you will probably get carpal tunnel in less than 45 minutes.
Okay.
And $50 for a wired controller, old tech. It's old tech.
All right, so let's move on to music games. And what we have here is the Guitar Hero controller. Now, this thing it's heavy.
Now, we call it a guitar, but let's be honest, it's a game controller.
Right.
But the body is pretty rock solid, the neck is real wood, and the frets and tuning peg handles are all metal. The fingerboard is rosewood, which is kind of nice. You would actually find that on a guitar. The strum bar is quiet, and the fret buttons don't click. This works for both Guitar Hero and Rock Band, and it's $199.99. Right. I think this is more for, like, if you actually play guitar, this feels more like what you would be used to playing, or for $200, you could just work on your actual guitar skills and have sex with a woman. Would be another way to go.
All right, and then the last thing that we have here is something that I'm excited that we actually get to talk about this thing because I've never personally owned a Porsche.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Porsche 911 Turbo Racing Wheel.
Let's talk about it. The Porsche 911 Turbo Wheel Club Sport Edition is $499. And comes with force feedback racing wheel with leather wheel rim for the Xbox 360. It's got black painted metal shifter paddles, the RF dongle for compatibility to PlayStation 3 and PC, Club Sport pedals, which are metal, the 6-in-1 speed gear shift and sequential gear shift, steel plate for the pedals, and of course the Rennsport wheel stand is sold separately for $129.95. I have to be honest, the wheel feels great,
right?
And the shifting feels great. If you could cut off half a car and stick it in your living room and then put the wheel in there, it might be awesome.
Right.
But this thing, it's not weighted in any way. It doesn't provide for a really great experience, and you're not gonna. I couldn't drive very well because I was constantly
moving around.
Yeah.
And unless you're actually sitting under your coffee table playing this game, you have to have the stand to play, right?
You absolutely would. You can't just put this thing in your lap. You'd be all over the place.
Right. Not worth the price. Total package running around $700 with tax. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming by. We really appreciate it, sir.
My
I feel very educated.
X-Play visit. It's nice.
Yes,
nice to come over.
You can take the podium with you.
All right.